Good morning, everyone. This is your host, Aaron. I'm here with Chaz, trying to not make Chaz laugh today. Chaz, how are you doing on this fine Thursday morning?
You did good, man. I don't know why, but good morning wasn't. Good morning was like boring. It was like, uh, good morning. But you normally bring the energy, and the energy makes me laugh.
Oh, okay. I was trying to not make you laugh this time.
Let's do that again, man. Let's do that one more time.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. There he goes. There we go. Chaz is back.
What's up, bro?
I'm just hanging out, having a great day.
Getting after it.
Nah, I wouldn't say all that.
Oh.
I took the kids to school and then set up for this podcast, and that's it. That's all I've done. Oh, I also sent out an email. One email.
Hey, let's getting after it, man.
What about you?
Let's getting after it.
A little bit, not too much.
I'm about to start getting after it.
Hmm?
You know, I'm getting my mojo going. I'm getting the flow started.
It's still early. Still plenty of
I
time.
just finished my Red Bull, so that'll be kicking in a little bit, and that'll wake me up. Ain't nothing but a cup of coffee. People be knocking Red Bulls and stuff. 114 milligrams of caffeine. It's more than a cup of black coffee.
Yeah, it's just coffee. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, relax, guys. It's okay. I promise.
Right.
It does have a lot of sugar.
Yeah, I don't do the sugar.
28 grams. Yeah, I need to go back to my sugar-free ones. Sometimes I just switch up and get the flavor ones. Just to change it up. But I normally get the sugar-free. But whatever.
I like the ghost ones, the Sour Patch Kids flavor. I like that.
I've seen them. I don't think I've tried any of the ghost stuff yet. I've tried a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I don't have caffeine often, but if I do, it's a ghost. Who is today's sponsor, actually? Boo, drink a ghost. All right.
You know what?
Chaz, what?
It was a video on like Instagram or something, and it was like a owner of a restaurant. He was like an older guy. I think I sent it to you. And this cat was like, there's somebody haunted by like a ghost or something like that. No, it was like it was something about an owl. Somebody's haunted by an owl or something like that.
What?
And the owner was like, who?
Oh, yeah. You did send that. You did send that to me.
What did that joker say, man? That thing, it was the funniest thing ever. It was the way he was saying who that was just so, it was cracking me up, man. He was like, who? Who?
Yeah, I do remember that now. When you said who, I remembered.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. So welcome to today's episode, everybody. It's been a good week. Chaz, you had a good week? I don't think I've done too much crazy stuff. Oh, well, you know what? If someone could really quick play that Titanic theme music. We had a casualty in the past week. My camera decided to mess up. I've never had a camera mess up. I've never had an issue with one. But after what's in the bag, maybe I don't know what I did. It was actually, I think, happened before the bag episode. But you know, my sensor or my mount on my GH5 has decided to pass away. Which I'm going to try to replace it, but we'll see how it goes. To be continued. So
you can do it.
Moment of silence. All right. I was going to take off my hat, but then I remembered I had headphones on, and that seemed like a lot of work.
Rest in pieces.
For chaos. All right. So last week we went through what was in my bag. And admittedly, I'm a pretty simplistic shooter. I don't have a lot of equipment, and I don't bring. I mean, I have a good bit of equipment, but I don't bring a lot. I tend to do smaller packages, um, trying to be a little discreet, you could say. Chaz, on the other hand, films in a different way, a complimentary way. And today we are going to look at what's in the bag, Chaz Reed edition.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. He's actually gonna take his camera out to his SUV because it's the only bag big enough to fit all of his equipment.
This guy. This guy. Whatever.
It is what it
Anywho,
is. We're just trying to show people the different, you know, avenues that you can go for filming. Like me, I'm a small package, trying to be, a little secret ninja. Chaz
mhm.
is Chaz is gonna bring the whole army with no risk of defeat.
I'm going balls deep in it, baby.
I'm gonna have to put the explicit tag on this one. Gosh, come on, Chaz.
Basketballs, man.
Oh, yeah. Sports analogies. Perfect.
Yeah. Jeez Louise, man. Slam dunk.
You're so dumb. So yeah, we're gonna walk through Chaz's bag, and then next week we'll get back into regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah. Are you
Let's
ready?
go. I'm waiting on you. Step one.
Do you have your seatbelt on?
It's buckled up, ready to go. Click it a ticket.
It's wartime. Because when I go to a wedding, I look at it as war. It's complete annihilation of the day. No, not really. But one of my other favorite sayings is you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I guess we can start with cameras.
Let's do it.
So right now I'm currently shooting on A7S3s. I have three of them. I have an A7C and two A7 threes. I'm gonna end up selling those. I don't use them anymore. But they're trading them in or something. I want to get an FX6, so I can be, Hollywood classified like Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Out here shooting movies and stuff. I shoot on all Sony glass, G Master lenses and stuff.
You're not gonna show them to us?
It's a lot of work, man.
Well, that's part of the podcast. We're here to provide value to the audience. They didn't tune
All right.
in just to hear about it.
Well,
They might have tuned in to hear about it, considering it's a podcast. But
this would probably be my A cam. I don't have it rigged up right now, but you can see it's got a tilted rig on it, a tilted cage, a half cage. Um, this the 85. I don't take the 85 off at all. It literally stays up here all the time.
and it's sharp
Uh,
too. It's super sharp.
and that's the thing. That's so at one point in my career, I wanted my stuff to be sharp. Um, I thought sharp meant good.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the sharpest glass that was really known to the Sony industry, in my opinion.
I
And
mean, that G Master glass is sharp, so sharp it could cut you.
but things have changed. Sharp images are beautiful. Certain things need to be sharp,
Mm-hmm.
but certain things need to have character.
Some
Um,
soul.
yeah, you need to feel it needs to have a different feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the sharp lens ain't gonna get it. It's not gonna get it done. Yeah, you can add other stuff and post and blase blase, but that ain't where it's at. That's not where it's at all. So I'm still debating on what I'm gonna do next. So far as lenses are concerned.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna say my B camera again, another A7S3. This has a 24 to 70 G Master.
Is that your gimbal one?
Um, yeah, this is gonna be my B cam. This is the gimbal, um, my gimbal camera. Um, I use this often because of the not the fact that it's on a gimbal, but really the fact of the diversity and the range that you get from the 70, the 24 to 70.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, ideally I'm an 85 mil shooter, but not all occasions you can shoot with an 85. You can't always see particular things that you want to see on an 85.
That's fair.
You might be in a corner or something, you know. So again, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. So I tend to keep this on me as well. So yeah, we have that. Uh
Chaz is
my
grabbing more stuff. Here we go.
C camera. Again, another A7S3. This has a G Master 16 to 35. Um, I probably use this camera like maybe twice a wedding. Just being honest.
I'm trying to remember seeing you use it any.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of the time that I pull this out, it has to be the decor has to be very grand.
Hmm.
Um, this also has a black tilted rig on it as well, half cage. It's just black. Um, um, it's black, but
I
yeah,
kind of like the gunmetal one. I think that looks
I
pretty
like the
cool.
gunmetal. I just got them two different colors so I can know they're two different cameras,
Oh,
maybe.
that's fair.
Mm.
No, that's fair. That's a good idea.
Um, but the decor has to be very grand.
Hmm.
Um, and a lot of times a 16 to 35, you ain't gonna use that too often, you know. You're not gonna use that
Hmm.
too often. Um, of course you can get your establishing shots and whatnot with it, but if I've already got my establishing shots with like a drone or something, I'm probably not gonna get an establishing shot with a gimbal with a 16 or 35 on it.
Right.
That's just me. Unless I see something really like dope that really catches my eye, that I'd be like, oh yeah, you know what? Let me get the gimbal. I'm probably not gonna do it. Um, it's probably my least. Well,
Mhm.
it's definitely my least used lens, 16 to 35. I think I got it just because. Um,
You could vlog with it.
yeah, I'm
That's what I
not
was wondering.
vlogging nothing.
Hmm? I think
I'm
it'd
not
be
vlogging
cool.
nothing.
I'd watch
I
it.
have a I have a Sony ZV-1 for vlogging. That's what I'm filming on now. The ZV-1.
Hmm.
Um,
That's a great little camera.
I mean, it's cool. Maybe one day I'll be amazing and do something with it. Dope, you know. Maybe I'll get enough a landscape photography. I've always wanted to go out like hiking and take photos of stuff, but Aaron doesn't want to go hiking because he's a sleazy scumbag that just wants to ride in a golf cart or something. I don't know.
Hey, golf carts are nice. I'm not opposed to hiking. It's a lot of walking, you know, to nowhere, and then you just gotta walk back.
um, so this is the A7C. So originally I bought A7C just to be a straight gimbal camera.
Hmm.
Um, ideally to me, that's what it's for. You know, it was the one, the first Sony line with the flippy out screen thingamajig.
Right, and it's
Um,
small. It's super small.
yeah, but it's also full frame. So
Hmm.
I was already shooting on the full frame with the A7 IIIs. So I was like, well, let me get an A7C, and that'll just be my dedicated gimbal camera. Because I think before I used to have I used to have the A 6500, I think it was.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that was a p s ASPS whatever sensor.
APS-C.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it's a Super 35.
What's the people with the animals? What's that society? Um, the animal joint. They be having the sad commercials.
Oh, I don't know.
ASPS. Come on, man. You own a dog. You're supposed to know this stuff.
Well,
Great
that's
dog
fair.
owner.
Well, he's not. He's not living in the dog homeless shelter. He's living in our house.
Anyways, that confuses me. But yeah, so primarily this stays in my camera bag to hold this lens.
Just a lens mount, or it's a lens cap. That's what it is.
That's pretty much all it is. So I haven't reconfigured I got a Pelican case for all my cameras. It's the 1510. It's old, man. That's probably like, man, I probably got this Pelican case. I probably bought that Pelican case in like 2015.
Hmm.
Yeah, I still got it. I
It's
like it.
weird because 2015 is not that long ago, but in this world, it's forever ago.
Especially in this industry and
Yeah,
the
that's what I
stuff we
mean.
do. Like, you can beat some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have any cameras anymore that I originally started with
Me neither.
anymore. They're gone.
I
But
don't even
yeah, so
remember what
this
happened to my first camera. Yeah, I do. Never mind.
I
I remember
remember.
now.
This is the what is this, Tamron? Yeah, or might be Sigma. I think it's a Tamron.
It is. I'm pretty sure.
It might be Sigma. I don't know why they don't have it wrote anywhere up here.
It's not on the
That's
front of the lens.
it's not that now I lost the lens, so I had to buy another one.
Oh,
But this lens has a string on it. Doo-doo-doo.
well, you don't lose it.
That way I don't lose it. Oh, this lens, but anyways, this lens is it's a 70 to 180. It's like, I think it was like $1,000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 70 to 200 Sony lens is like, I want to say borderline like 3,000.
I think it's like $26.99, ain't it?
Yeah, for like the 2.8.
Yeah. Woo.
This is 2.8. I'm cool. Matter of fact, I don't even ever shoot at 2.8 on this Joker, really. Like, so shallow, you gotta understand, but you gotta understand when to shoot with a shallow depth of field and when not
Mm-hmm.
to. And nine
Ceremony
times
is
out of
not the time.
10, yeah, you using this for a ceremony. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Just go ahead, get you a good F4. You know, if it's outside, go ahead and do 5.6. It's okay. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like, don't try to get fancy, man. Just get clear, concise, perfect delivery. That's all you need. Like everything else is just freaking a cherry on top or something like that.
Yeah, a good time for shallow depth of field is B-roll.
That's all. Like anything that's important that you can't redo and be like, oh, you know what? I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use that for a rule of thumb. If you're shooting it and you can't say, let's redo that, don't shoot at the
Don't shoot
shallow
it.
depth of field.
Don't shoot an F1.2.
Because you're gonna jack up something. And when you might think on that little bitty stupid 3-inch screen that it looked like it's in focus. And when you get home,
Groom's out of focus.
you done. You shot the whole ceremony, and his homeboy behind him is in focus, and the groom is fuzzy like a mug. Hey, hey, but so much sharpening you could do. You know what I'm saying? For your
Yeah.
stuff get looking weird. So, hey, but you know what? Do what you want to do. All right. I'm just telling you
That's some
from my
friendly advice.
mistakes. All right. Do what you want to do. Creatives. Anyways, this lens also didn't come with a dang on collar. That was very stupid, but I figured that's how they cut the cost down some. So I had to buy this collar on Amazon. Um, yeah. So, um,
So that covers A, B, and C camera as well as the A7C, which is a lens cap.
yeah. So
you don't bring the A7 IIIs to weddings anymore, do you?
no, they're back here on this shelf.
Okay, they
They're just
stay at the
sitting there
house.
collecting dust.
Yep.
Yeah.
What we got here? It's your weapon of choice.
This is the OG. Look, guys, you need to learn how to cut expenses when you can, okay? This ain't nothing but the Ronin S. This the Ronin S with, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic, with two grips or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I put the monitor down here, and I rock and roll with it. But I bought this used from D. I used to shoot on like the Moza Air Cross,
Mm-hmm.
some cheap joint I bought off Amazon. For like the smaller cameras.
Oh yeah, I've got a Moza gimbal, but it's not a small one.
Yeah. So if you start complaining about your work, it's time to change something.
Mm.
So I used to remember seeing I would do like walking shots with a gimbal.
Right.
I could see my footsteps. And it was like after rebalancing and all this, it was like duck walking, all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ninja walk. I don't like calling it
Yeah,
duck
ninja
walking.
walking. So that told me, you know what? The motors aren't strong enough for my setup.
Mm-hmm.
I need to change something. And D just so happened to he bought the newer joint.
The Ronin, was it SC2 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. You know, it's like 4 of them jokers now.
Yeah, it's too many.
Yeah, but he bought that. So I bought that from him. So yeah, I mean,
it's been a good gimbal though. Let's be honest. It's doing
yeah,
its work.
and that's the only reason why I don't upgrade. People be like, man, you still shoot on that? Yeah, it's not broke. It does what I want to do. I mean, why do I need to change it?
That's a good point.
Till it breaks. Or until I see where I need to change it, then I'll just keep shooting on it.
Keep using it.
I mean, I charge it the day before the weddings or whatever, and I literally get to prep and I normally turn it on. 9 times out of 10, I won't turn it off until like it's time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll turn it back on. And it'll last until send off. Like
I was looking at my gimbal yesterday, so I haven't charged my batteries and well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the last time I charged them.
and that's another reason why I got it too. Now that you said that, I got sick and tired of them stupid tail batteries.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
You charge it just with the USB?
No, this the battery is the bottom, the grip.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. You just plug the bottom in.
Yeah, that's the battery.
Yeah.
But you got the batteries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hated them, man.
But I was looking at them yesterday, and they are 2,500 milliamp hours a piece, and there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. That's 10,000 milliamp hours. That's a lot of battery life.
Yeah, depending on what you power.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I was just saying. I thought it was impressive.
It's a lot of juice.
It is.
You got the juice, man.
Well, so what's next? What's next? What's next?
This guy is pushy, man.
No, I'm not pushy. We just don't want all the dead air while you're looking at me.
Hey, you're a good sight to see, man.
I don't know about all that.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So look, so what's next? Let's go to audio.
Here we go.
I got this small Apache 1800 case. I bought this joker from Harbor Freight.
Right?
Yeah. It has the pick and pluck, pull and pluck, pluck and pull foam, whatever you want to call it. So I plucked and I pulled, and I picked and I plucked.
That's a beautiful fit.
Inside of here. So what I have here are the Tascam DR10Ls. Um, I have two black ones, two white ones. Um, I have the mics for them as well. Also, a couple spare batteries, a couple dead cats in case we're outside or whatever. Um, so those are, groomer, fishing, and bride mics. I mic bride sometimes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask them if they want to be mic'd. Some of them do, some of them don't. Then you got to look at the dress and see how can you mic them, if it even work.
Yeah.
Because just
Sometimes it
because you
does.
want it, don't mean it ain't gonna happen, buddy. Don't mean it's gonna happen, buddy. Anyways, next recorder I have the Zoom F3.
The big
This little
dog.
bad boy. Um, so one day I was talking to D, and D is the gearhead I used to be.
Right.
Um,
Excuse me, people.
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest here for a minute here.
That's what this space is for.
You you are even more of a gear, so you're more of a knowledge-based gearhead,
Mm.
and D is more of a gearhead than I am at all. I can't tell you the last time I even looked at anything like camera related. Like, I don't know what's new. I don't, because I'm I'm content where I'm at. Like,
Mm-hmm.
equipment
You're happy.
wise. Yeah, like it hasn't failed me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see what needs to change, or it's always room for improvement, but what do I really need to improve on? What I need to improve on is it's not necessarily the quality of things. It's more or less artistic stuff now, you know.
Right.
So that's not a necessity, it's just a want. Um
I get that. I also see like what you just said there. It spoke to me. People really try to upgrade their gear too often. Like the GH5 that I was using until last week. I mean that's a 5 year old camera,
yeah,
and it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
And then I see people sometimes online. I think I saw somebody yesterday that had the GH6,
Hmm.
and so that camera I think is just under a year old.
Hmm.
I mean it's still fresh. I think it shoots 6K ProRes inside the body. And somebody was asking online, like, is it time for an upgrade? And I was like, there's
Mm.
no way something you're shooting that can accomplish. Like, if there's something you need to upgrade, it's the camera operator,
I'm about to
not,
say you.
not yeah, not the equipment. If you can shoot in good 1080, I'll give you 4K just so you don't want to, people laughing at you. But if your camera shoots 4K, you don't need to upgrade.
Pretty much. Unless
Maybe
you come across a
1080.
problem,
Uh,
that's the only thing.
that's when
You
you
come
upgrade.
across
Is
a
when there's a
problem,
problem.
figure it out. Figure out where's the problem at. Is it the camera? Is it the camera? Is it the
Mm-hmm.
lighting? Is it the operator? Is it the lens? You be honest with yourself. A lot of times it's not the camera. You gotta understand your equipment and operate within the abilities of your camera,
Right.
and you know, bust that thing wide open.
It's just like what you said a minute ago about the gimbal. Like you used the smaller gimbal until you noticed there was a problem in the production, and you're like, okay, well now we need to upgrade, and that's
Hmm.
how it should be. You don't just
That's
upgrade
it.
because it's fun. It is fun, but you will lose a lot of money that way.
Hmm. Um, so something happened. Um, I think D was using like a Zoom H3 or something.
Yeah, probably. It might have been the H4.
Something like that. He was using something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out with the new one with the touchscreen dial looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Zoom or Tascam?
That might be Tascam.
You know
I'm
the one
not.
I'm talking about?
I know I've seen it.
Yeah,
I don't have one though.
it's like a bigger one, but it got the little, it got like little, it's a touchscreen with like little balls on the side that looks
Mm-hmm.
like on the menu. But he got that, and he was so happy about it. He was like, "Man, 32-bit float, 32-bit float, 32-bit." I was like,
That was a
I was
great D
like,
impression.
I was like, "What is 32-bit float?"
Mhm.
And at this point, I've been in the game like 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? What is 32-bit float? For those who are like me, or you have no idea what 32-bit float is. When somebody says 32-bit float, 32-bit float is the almost the equivalent of how you can shoot a photo in RAW
Mhm.
is the audio version of RAW. So it records like the lowest of decibels up to like a crazy high. Essentially, they say you technically can't peak the audio.
Mhm.
Okay. You still need to find a good feed. It doesn't fix trash. Okay.
No. Yeah, so, like, if the DJ is peaking with the signal before it comes to you,
You're
it's
gonna
still gonna
get a
sound bad.
peaking sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um, but what it enables is so say for instance, you got entrances. Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect example here. Entrances. Hey, everybody get hey, hey, hey. He real loud on the mic. Music
Super
bumping.
hype.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, hey, let's go, let's go. And then it goes into the first dance. First dance music gonna be kind of loud still. But
Mhm.
let's say the flow is a little different and now the parents want to speak.
I wanna give a
And
little welcome.
they're super soft. Hey, I just want to thank y'all for coming today. We love y'all. Blah blah blah. And you get back and post, you like, man, they're whispering. If you put it in the right program, you can. Yo, I have taken some stuff like I'm talking in the program, it was maxed out. I'm talking straight line, pew, all the way across, maxed out. And I selected it and I lowered it, and it's clear as like you listen to music on the radio. And
Mhm.
I've also taken things where it's very, very faint.
Looks like another straight
And
line.
yeah, and just expanded it. I'm talking a plus freaking 50 decibels type thing.
Mm,
And it's like add a little bit of denoiser type thing. And you'll
good to
never tell
go.
the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what 32-bit float is. So I went on Google, looking at 32-bit float recorders, and I came across this Zoom F3. Um, some people like it, some people don't.
Hmm.
I personally like it.
Excuse me.
It has two XLRs. That's it. That's all you got. Two XLRs, one channel, another channel. You ain't got no volume buttons. You got a play button, a stop button, a menu button. You have it's like a zoom in and zoom out button, which is kind of like the volume,
Mhm.
but not really. Like you got a record and a hold button and a power button. Mm. You can power it with a USB-C, takes micro SD cards. You have a line out, and you have a headphone thing with the volume for that. Essentially, I go to a wedding. Hey, do you mind if I patch in? No, cool. I plug it in. I have a battery pack. Um, I forgot how many milliwatts it is, but it's about the size of my cell phone. I have an
Mhm.
iPhone 12. Not just I have an iPhone 12 Pro, not even a plus. I connect that up, I press record, and I walk away. Um, I I don't have to worry about anything. I've let that joker run for 6 hours straight before.
Mhm.
Like, and it barely put a dent on that battery pack. Um, because again, I've had a wedding where I forgot to turn it on for speeches. After being rushed from eating, I forgot to turn it on.
Mhm.
Guess what? I missed the audio. All right, that was my problem. I don't ever want to go through that again.
Nope.
So, what's the solution? Don't turn it off. Leave that joker running. You don't have to use that. You can also use AA batteries. Takes two AA batteries. I used to use rechargeable batteries, but I don't like rechargeable batteries anymore because they lie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was that problem solved. Next recorder, Aaron had one. Um, I still have one as well. It's the Sony ICD TX650. Very
Yep.
small,
Little pin mic.
very thin. Let's see here. Let's see if I can show you how thin it is.
Give the folks a nice visual for those watching. If you're not watching, Chaz is going to show us an example with a mechanical pencil.
You see that? You can't even see it.
I can see it. Oh, I didn't see it behind it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's too funny.
It's a regular, big mechanical pencil.
Yeah, just a regular old school kind.
How thin it is. We put that on with a mic sleeve. Put that on top of the microphone. You can clip it on people. If you're in a bind, you can lay it on stuff. Whatever. Again, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
True.
So that's audio. No, that's not. It's not all the audio.
Uh-oh. What else you got? Oh, I think I know. I think I remember.
All right, so here we have the Rode video mic Pro 2 or whatever. It's the latest one. The one with the built-in battery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it goes. The Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. That's what it is. This was actually my first purchase on Amazon when, like, one day I was on Amazon and I was looking at it, and it was like, you could purchase this for, like, it was like, I forgot how much it was. Like 5 payments of $80 or something like that, $60 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And so certain stuff on Amazon, I don't know if it's for everybody. It's not the credit card, but it's like a payment thing with Amazon for certain products.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the no interest one.
Yeah, and it
Mhm.
just take it every month. I wanted to test it out. I was like, let's see, is this true? So this is the first thing I did with it, and I bought this.
And it worked.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty snazzy.
There it goes.
Pretty snazzy, razzy.
Legend has it he's still paying on it today.
Oh, I would not be. This is my Get Some Gadgets bag. For those who don't know, I served in the Army, and so some of those things still are stuck with me.
Mhm.
So bags and stuff like that. I just like the way they function. Still in
That's a
the
good
audio.
word.
Still in the audio. We have a Tascam DR40. Okay. Chaz, you already have audio covered. Why do you have a Tascam DR40?
That's a good question.
I'll tell you why I have a Tascam DR40. You see these mics up here?
Mm-hmm.
So, you ever had a wedding with live instrumentation?
Oh yeah.
Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound.
Those little mics
So
do pick up really good sound though. They really do.
I take that and I put it on this little Manfrotto. Oh, I lost the Manfrotto one. This Amazon Basics one. I broke it. This little tabletop tripod. I put it on that, put that joker on the floor in front of them. Let that bad boy roll.
Dunzo.
Sounds like you were right there. Dunzo. Okay, what else do we have in here? We have something in some Tascam bags here. We have another DR10L. Oh, We have the Tascam DR10X.
I forgot about that one.
This is okay. I use it a lot for like so maybe you got somebody playing like the piano, like a keyboard or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um they're patched into their own sound. Um I don't want to grab the task cam and do that. Something just quick, plug it in XLR, run it. If you filming like a rehearsal dinner and they got a speaker patching it there, but you got to be mindful that's because that's not 32-bit float, so you got to watch your levels on that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get jammed up. I had an African wedding one time. I used that, man, oh man. He had them speaking so loud, I couldn't even use the audio from there. But luckily, I had the Sony going on the mic.
Yep.
But yeah, it was, yeah. Watch your levels, buddy. Watch them dang on levels.
That's one of the good things about
Uh,
the DR10Ls is that negative 10 dB recording option. You
yep.
have two options.
So that's it for audio stuff. As you can see, audio's it's important, man.
It is maybe more important than video.
Don't slack on audio. Matter of fact, speaking of that, your last edit you did, where you just had the audio running at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I was locked in. I don't even think nothing was playing on the screen.
There wasn't.
I
It
was
was just
locked
black.
in. I was locked in.
Good.
Perfect example.
Yeah, I just wanted to try that. I'm trying to make my films more just a little more unique. So that's why I tried that. But I liked it. I like how it turned out.
Bussing. Let's see here. We got a drone. This is the DJI Air. Mavic Air.
Mm-hmm. Tiny one.
Tiny one. First gen. I was looking at these the other day. You can buy these on what is it? MBP, MBQ, MBP, MBP,
MPB?
MPB, whatever.
One of those.
KFC. You can buy this on KFC.com. Man, like $100, $200, something like that. I think they're on 3 now. Like,
dang,
they're on like 3. I'm on the first one. I mean, I'm gonna upgrade this. You know why I'm upgrading, Aaron? Yeah, sure. You know I'm upgrade this? Why? Battery life.
That's a big one. What's the battery life on that thing?
Man, like 10 minutes.
Same problem with mine. Now, you know, as we went over last week, I got the Spark, and my battery life is 13 minutes, and the batteries are more expensive than the drone is.
Yeah, it's like I can get like one good establishing shot, you know, maybe something creative. That's it. Ain't no more flying that day. She ain't. I might get it up there, but she gonna come back down real soon after that. But I was working with, I think it was Chuck. It was Chuck or D. Both of them got like the upgraded, you know, newer stuff. And you know, so sometimes I try to get really creative and, you know, get a bride coming down the aisle with the drone too. So I want to stage the drone beforehand.
Of course.
So the one time I try to do it, I realized how bad my battery life was because I flew it up there and the battery was just dying. And the bride, they was still on the bridal party. I was like, this ain't gonna work. So I had to land it. And then I told the coordinator, she was like, okay, I'll let you know right before she comes out. So she came out and I literally like flew it up. I was flying it to go get it staged. I got the shot, boom. She came in and I'm bringing it back, and like the low battery warning comes on as I'm bringing it back. Like I made it back by like the skin of my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But D and Chuck, they got these drones, man. They can put them up there, and they'll let them sit, and it'll be like 20 minutes.
Mm.
Like they'll put them up there when the ceremony about to start. I'd be like, we ain't even started yet. They'd be like, no, we good. Okay. And they really do be good. You know,
Mm.
like I was like, yeah, I gotta change this. Like,
That's fair. See, that's something. If that's a shot you want to get, you got to upgrade, and that's okay.
you gotta change it. You gotta change it. What else I got in here?
I don't know.
Ain't no telling. Oh, I got these.
Oh, law hangers, command strip
command
hangers.
command strip hangers. You know, if you want to hang a dress or something somewhere. Got some travel deodorant, you know.
It's clutch.
Sometimes you're working a little too hard. Well, not too hard, but you're working hard, you know. Don't be funky walking around a whole bunch of people now, because they might not say it to you, but they saying it to somebody. Side of my bag, I got a multi-tool, the Gerber, you know, pliers, knives, and whatnot. Flathead screwdrivers. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Other side, I got a cleaning kit, camera cleaning kit. Got all kind of doodads and wipes and dust things and all kinds of stuff in there. No problems. I don't want no problems. Again, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
That's the motto of today's story.
That's the nugget of the day too. You just we ain't got there yet. Monitors, same monitor Aaron has. I don't know how to say it. Nope. I'm gonna say the OC 4K. These joints like $125 on Amazon.
Cheap.
I never owned a monitor before. But what was happening was I got tired of squinting, looking at stuff to see if like it was like in focus. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a monitor. And you know, if it's $125, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. You know, if I don't like it, it's just, you know.
Yeah, it's cheap enough to try it out.
Yeah. So I ended up buying 2 of them. Because they work. I have this Sony recorder like Aaron.
Yep, same little
USB. I used this back in the days. I just never got rid of it, and I carry it. It's the ICD PK 470 Sony.
Just in case.
I don't know how many times I used it. Maybe I can probably count on one hand how many times I used it. But hey, who knows?
So I'm actually going to repurpose mine.
And do what with it?
So I bought, I think on Etsy, you know the little clip that's on the back of the TX650?
Yeah.
I bought some of their metal, but I bought some of those. I got like a whole box of them. But I'm going to hot glue a little clip on the back of mine so I can use it just like the TX650 where I can put it in somebody's pocket. It's a little bit wider on like horizontally, but it's still thin.
Yeah.
It's still thin enough to put in a pocket. So I'm just going to do that. I was thinking just last night, like the dad walking the bride down the aisle. It would be perfect for something like that. He's not really going to be on camera much, but he might say something when he's coming down.
Yep.
That I'm thinking like, man, I wish I knew what they were saying right there.
Or he gets emotional at the aisle. Like it's different stuff that happens.
Yeah, just the extra to pop on somebody real quick.
I didn't even know I had this.
I didn't know what that is.
It's a 1/4 inch to an XLR. Like I don't even know what I would use that for.
It looked like a fishing lure. Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know why I bought either.
It's
I don't know why I bought it. I don't know. Like I was just filling around. I was like, what is this? Anywho, I have a Rode Video Micro. I used to have these on all of my cameras just to step up the on camera recording audio.
Hmm.
Um, I let somebody borrow one and they never gave it back.
That's
And
nice.
I don't use them anymore, but it's just in here. I don't know. Sounds like I need to do some spring cleaning.
Me and you both.
Uh, let's see. What's next?
You covered cameras, you covered lenses, you covered audio, you covered gimbal. I think the only thing left would be tripods and monopods, right? And lights. But you ain't got to get all
Oh,
the lights out. That's a lot.
top secret. It's top secret here. Every wedding, a game changer.
Oh, oh! I made fun of Chaz for these for a while
Yeah. The
because
Came
they
TV,
look silly, but I'll go ahead and let you
Came
finish.
TV joints. What are these? Came TV, um, um, Kuna Muna eight somethings. I don't know. Condominiums or something like that. I don't know. Um, but they're headsets. And let me tell y'all why I bought these. So I had a wedding one time. It was with a photo, it was with a husband and wife team. Husband does video, the wife does photo, but he was second shooting for her.
Right.
And she also had another girl working with her that was like in training or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the husband was like, man, I got these headsets, but I ain't never used them. Y'all want to try them out?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, like go get them. So he ain't know how long they lasted or nothing, but he had four. And I put these headphones on, and when you have the mic up, it's muted. When it's down, it's unmuted.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so dope because we were all on the same channel. And if somebody got in the way, I would be like, hey, take 2 steps back. Like I could say it that loud. Hey, take 2 steps back. And they would take the 2 steps back. And now it was like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had walkie-talkies before, but it was the ones where you had to hold the button and you really couldn't hear that well in them. The range was better, but you couldn't hear very well. Or at least I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped using those. So during the reception, I can remember standing beside the DJ booth in front of the speaker, music bumping, and I could hear them clear as day. And they could hear me too. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I gotta get them. I gotta get them. And they was like $500. But literally you gain that back like after day one of using them, like production value wise. It's just so crazy.
Yeah. There's two things I would like to say about those.
Run it.
I mean, so I said I did make fun of them because they look a little silly to me. They look like truck drivers.
Hmm.
Um, but on the day, so whatever kind of shoot you're doing, it's not really relevant what type of shoot. Um, but when you're rolling something that I would consider, a roll. So if it's a wedding, your ceremonies, your speeches, it's those things Chaz was talking about earlier that you can't do over. It makes producing those so much easier
Hmm.
because you could say something like, just like you said, like, when somebody's covering this and somebody's covering this, you could just communicate, and it unlocks a whole new potential of confidence, of possibilities, and of
Hmm.
comfort, knowing like, well, we got the shot.
Hmm.
Um, and then Chaz is messing with camera settings over here. The second
I
thing
do.
I will say, the second thing I'll say about them is that they also make the day more enjoyable. Um, so while they are good for those high pressure situations, when you're just walking around shooting some B-roll, well, you could be working, but you can also be hanging out, and I think that's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I clown all the time
Yeah, he
on the
does.
headsets. Like it doesn't stop. Like when I put it on, it's just active. It like activates. I'm clowning.
It does.
Like
It's fun.
I'm gonna end up getting 2 more. Just because I want the photographers to also be involved. Like you're in my way. But you don't necessarily have to have more because it's been scenarios where Aaron is closer to somebody. I'll be like, Aaron, tell them to take 2 steps back for me
Right.
or something. The biggest thing I like is it essentially doubles you as a
Mhm.
cinematographer. Like if you see something and whoever's working with you doesn't, or you need something from a particular angle, or you see something about to happen, like after so many times of shooting stuff you can kind of predict things, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't know what's going on with my camera.
That's okay.
Is it weird to you?
Yeah, it looks very high contrast, but I guess it's
Yeah,
towards you.
I didn't do anything. Um but hmm. But anyways, um like one thing that I notice I do is I'll tell people I'm big on communicating when I'm moving or reframing something. Because if
Mhm.
you've ever edited a multicam video with 2 separate people and you both are trying to get a good angle, if you're not looking at one another, you don't know who's moving when. And what'll happen is you'll both be moving at the same time. And now you have something that um is unusable, essentially. So my biggest thing I say is like hold your shot, hold your shot, hold your shot. Let me frame my shot and get it right.
Mhm.
And once that's done, now you can go ahead and move yours. That way you got something to cut to.
Yep.
Um, and it's other scenarios. But it just expands, it just opens up a whole new world.
It's a brand new
Um,
place.
yeah. I saw my camera did that weird thing too.
It's
I
lagging
think
now
it's
too on my end.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was looking weird and I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe it's just an internet connection issue. Who knows? But it's okay. I can hear you fine.
All right, well, drive on. Um, up next, lights. Okay. Come here. So for years, and when I say years, I think 2017 I shot my last wedding where I didn't light anything. Um, and you don't have to light to have a great film. Not at all. Trust me, 1000%. Um, but I shot a wedding and it was in a hotel ballroom.
Mhm.
And the groom, he decided to sing to his wife, and it was on like the cloud, walking on the cloud thing. But it was just lit by the dang on
The
hotel
house
light.
lights.
Yeah. And ain't much you can do with it. Ain't much you can do with it. Um and I did the best I could, but it could have looked so much better if I knew about lights and stuff.
Mhm.
So I bought the I don't even know the name of them anymore. They're downstairs in my
It's like
garage.
it's the aperture
Zoom.
ones. It's like
No,
the
no,
sister
no.
brand, right?
I ain't talking about them. I'm talking
Oh.
about the battery joints.
Oh, the Young
The
Nuo.
the young Nuos,
Something
why
like that.
why 220s or something like that.
Mhm.
It's like some cheap lights, y'all. Them lights was like $40 when I bought them, like $40 a piece. Cheap, cheap, cheap LED joints. They
Right.
might be you know, maybe that big around.
Mm-hmm.
And they operate off of a the Sony battery. Um
It's the MPF, right?
yeah, the MPF joint, the MPF batteries. They operate off of these. So you literally they lightweight. I literally bought two and I shot weddings for so many years with just two. Um and immediately it was just like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it for me. Um
Mm-hmm.
it's a little more work, don't get me wrong, but these are again they operate off a battery, so you don't have to worry about taping nothing down, running wires and whatnot. Um, they were good enough to get the job done. They don't have a lot of throw though. That's the only downside to them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a lot of throw. Um, then I went to another wedding and um the dance floor was like humongous. And again, these lights don't have throw. So that was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to come across that problem again. So what did I do? I bought two more. Um, that way I could get lighting from wherever they were at. It wasn't the fall off wasn't that bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I ran the four lights for probably like 2 years.
It was a good
No
minute.
complaints. No complaints. Um, and then something happened to where I needed to light something and at max like power, it won't hit in on nothing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was no purpose whatsoever. Like the placement of where I had the lights, where I had to put the lights, it didn't help. I said, okay, I got to get something bigger. I got to get some more juice. So, looking at lights, you look at Aperture and they want, $1,000, $2,000 for some lights, bro. I'm not about to do that. I'm sorry. I don't care. I do not care. No. Um. So out comes the Amarin
Yeah.
100s. Um, these suckers, I don't even want to know the power of the 200. Like,
those are
like
those are bright.
these jokers is bright, bright, bright. I had to get Bowen's mount. I know I needed something with Bowen's mount because I wanted to get modifiers and stuff for interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I got two date lights and one bicolor. Um, why did I buy three lights? I don't really know. I should have just bought four. Um,
We were just talking about this yesterday.
yeah, it's really odd to me.
I mean,
You know.
most interviews are 3 lighting setup.
Yeah, and that's what I think I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
just strictly about the interview part.
Yeah, but not the
But
dance floor where you need 4 corners.
yeah, because the three corners is kind of like, okay, where am I gonna put the third one? Like, does it really make sense?
Right.
And because of the throw, you can make the third one work. And like, so the last one me and Aaron did together, I set up a third one and I had it set up and because it was bicolored, um, I changed it. And Aaron had no idea where I put the light at. Like,
I couldn't even find it.
and it was the brightest light that I had turned on. Like it was super bright because it was way back. Like it was far back.
It was high too. It was way up in the sky.
Yeah, I also bought, you get a bigger light, you need bigger light stands. My light stands was like 9 feet, 10 feet. The ones I got now are like, I think 13 feet,
Mm-hmm.
13 or 14 or something like that.
They're up there.
But once you upgrade that stuff, now you gotta buy extension cords. So I had extension cords for something. Oh, I remember. I had extension cords for my hedger, my hedge trimmer, right? It was like 100-foot extension cords.
Yep.
And my first wedding that I pulled the lights out. So I got this big old 100 foot, these 100 feet orange extension cords. And the DJ was like, man, why you using them yard extension cords for?
The
I was
yard.
like, bro, I didn't know it was a difference. Like, so he put me on game. First I unwound him and I only needed like maybe 15 feet. So I got like, oh man, I got so much extension cord. I didn't have no ramp or nothing. So I got like this pile of extension cord like tucked in the corner. and and I found some gaffer tape one time at a venue. I knew who it belonged to. I ain't gonna lie. I worked for him one time and he treated me like crap. And I seen this big old thing of gaffer tape. I was like, oh, gaffer tape ain't cheap, but I'm gonna need something. Man, I bust that joke in the head, man. I ain't gonna lie. I said, this for all the smack you used to talk to me when I worked for you. Give me this gaffer tape, sucker. um,
Oh.
so I ran all these dang on extension cords, and they got to tape them down so people don't trip over them, et cetera, et cetera. So the DJ was DJ Harlem. He said I did the
Mhm.
same thing when I first started. I had the big long cords and whatnot. He said, get you some black cords. He said, get 25-foot cords.
Mhm.
And he said, worst case scenario, if you need more than 25 feet, you can plug them up together. Now you got 50 feet.
Smart.
So I ended up buying 6 25-foot black extension cords.
Mhm.
Um, so now, if I don't need that much, I just undo one extension cord and it's black. So people ain't clowning me.
People ain't
Um,
looking for the yard equipment.
you know, yeah. Um, my tripods, I use the Manfrotto travel things. I can't remember the name of them. I know it when I see it though. But they're the small tripods. They're like they close down to like a foot and a half long. I got them because I didn't want to. I used to have like the big full size tripods, but I didn't like how big they were, how much space they
Mhm.
took up. So I got the smaller ones. But um, when you I would say when you cut corners on one thing, you're gonna lag in something else. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So because they're so small, um, and lightweight, they're not the best when it comes to panning and stuff like that. They're
Right.
not smooth at all. They're very jerky. This as smooth as your hand is gonna be. That's about it. So that'd probably be my next upgrade. I'm gonna go ahead and get, full size regular tripods. And probably one tall tripod. Chuck has this one tripod made by Manfrotto. Bro, this tripod, it has a neck on it. It's already big, right? It's already
Mhm.
tall, like without the neck part. Without the neck part, it's already like expanded and everything. It's already probably like 5 feet tall,
Mhm.
but it got like a 3 foot neck that goes down in it.
Mm-mm.
And you crank this joker and the neck just raises up. So like you can shoot over like everybody, like so I had one where it was set up all the way in the back on the very back row, but the couple was on a stage. So we raised it all the way up.
Mhm.
And when the bride came in, it was already punched in. It had like a 7200 on it. It was already punched in on the groom. So when the bride came in, everybody stood up. It's literally shooting over him, like,
You can still see
and
them.
it was boom. It was dead on the groom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was perfect. But that tripod is heavy. That is a heavy behemoth tripod. Like
I believe it.
it's heavy, heavy. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. Sandbags and stuff. I think that's it. Oh, I carry my cameras. So on the bottom of my cameras, I have these
Mhm.
plates. Um, these go with the I think it's called the spider belt.
Yep.
So I wear a spider belt. Um, it's also why a lot of people ask me to take photos. I get it. I don't get mad anymore. Um,
Doesn't
but
like a photographer.
yeah, because I've missed shots and opportunities, or I've messed up the flow of things because I needed to change a lens. Um, so I said, you know what? That's why I keep the lens with the 16 and 35, and I keep
Mhm.
the 85 on this camera. I literally have two cameras on my waist. I have the gimbal in my hands. I have a pouch on the back that holds this 55 macro lens, a 35 prime. Um, I got something else in there. I can't remember what it was, but I keep it on me. Like it's just a part of my uniform.
Mhm.
Um, Everybody always comments, "Man, you look like you ready for war." When I step in a room, and
You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready.
I mean that's really it. Like that's it, man. That's
Uh,
that's my gear.
that's it. That was Chaz's edition of what's in the bag.
How long did that take?
1 hour and 11 minutes so far.
I figured that's how long it was gonna be. I told you an hour.
Yeah. I mean, we had the intro, so it's about an hour.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Chaz, do you have a nugget for the day? Do you want to drop a nugget?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay. Let me cue up this nugget of the day music. Chaz, it's time. Nugget of the day.
The nugget of the day, man.
Nugget of the day.
The nugget of the day, man.
All right, Chaz, go ahead and drop that nugget for us.
So I don't know how many times I said it today on the podcast. Um, I literally probably say it at least once a day. And it's just with life in general, not necessarily even weddings, but it's literally with life in general. Um, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Um, Stay ready for opportunities, you know, stay ready for whatever might be thrown in front of you. Um, you know, keep things tidy in your workspace to where you have a clear mind about things. Keep your inbox tight, don't don't let like things get so jumbled up that you're lacking or you're slow, with anything. Just go ahead and do whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sit back and look at things, say what can I change to make things a smoother process. um what can I do, okay, or what happened at this last particular wedding where I was slowing down. Um what can I do to improve on that particular thing? Like maybe I didn't get enough of this. What caused that? Like everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And you might have been fumbling around with something too much, or you decided to set up your lighting um during cocktail hour or whatever, but when you could have came earlier and set it up, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many opportunities out there, and things that you can do to change, to just literally stay ready for whatever's thrown in your plate. Like one thing I started doing was charging batteries like after my shoots,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Cause I talk to D sometimes, they'll be like, oh yeah, something popped up and I gotta shoot tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
opportunities like that, you know. If you always have the mentality of, yo, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next thing. I'm ready for the next thing. Or I can be ready for the next thing, super fast,
Mm-hmm.
then it just frees up that particular part of your mind that you don't have to think about anything else. So yeah, I lug around, 40 pounds of gear
Mm-hmm.
when I'm at a wedding, but you'll never hear anybody say, oh, well, we had to wait on him. or oh, he didn't have it because he had to go run somewhere and get something. Nah, you'll never hear that coming from anybody that I work with, because I've been in those opportunities where I've missed stuff and I don't want it to happen again. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's just me, man. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. That's all I got, Aaron. What you got?
That's true. That's why I just went ahead and ordered that new camera, because I was,
There you go.
I'm gonna try to fix that GH5 because I still think it's got life left in it,
Mhm,
but the parts got to come from China, and earliest it's gonna be here is probably early April,
mhm,
and I can't be out for a whole month without that camera. And then,
mhm,
like you said, well, like, what if one of my customers is like, "Oh, can we do?" Well, no, sorry, I gotta wait, or now I gotta order something, and it'll be a week or two. Then it's
mhm.
just like, come on, man, you're just gonna miss an opportunity. Yeah, you got to stay ready. You should be ready to shoot right now.
Yep.
That's the
Let's
best
go.
time to be ready. Is yesterday.
Oh yeah.
All right, great nugget of the day. I don't think I have anything else. Like I said, next week we're gonna get back to regular scheduled programming. I know some people like the gear talk, so we wanted to go over the bags, see what different things people are carrying. As far as working professionals, I know you could go on YouTube and see what's in their bags, but a lot of that is sponsorship paid for new equipment that they have to shout out. Me and Chaz use what works for us, and we're both doing this
Mhm.
full time professionally and making our
And
living.
what
And
we
so
paid for.
you're right. Ain't nobody sending us nothing yet.
Yeah.
Um, Also, man, if you don't have anything, I don't. As always, we would love any comments, ratings, subscriptions, whatever it is. Do the stuff. You guys know what it is. We love you. We appreciate all the support that we always get, and we're very thankful for it. So, got nothing else? Nothing else, Chaz. Um, then, as always,
Peace.
goodbye, everyone.